Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator with the United States, in the United States. Oh my goodness, tongue twisted today. So welcome to my channel everybody. I am currently working on showing you videos of what I'm doing with my celebration items. I got 2 items so far. I'm not sure. I don't really think I'm going to be getting any more. Anyways, so this is January 2024's video number 4 for celebration. Let me show you what I got. I have shown you this in the other one. I got the Heartfelt Hellos. There it is. It coordinates with the wonderful, wonderful Heartfelt hexagon punch. And then I got the Light and Airy DSP. And oh my goodness, guys, I am in love with this DSP. So in love with it. It is just wonderful. So here we go. I am working on video number 4. Now, you guys are going to probably laugh. This whole card came about because of this piece and this piece, which I miscut from my W fold variation here. You see how big those are? Those were just so big they needed to be smaller. So I had these laying here and I was like, oh my gosh, do I need to use those? And I had 2 of each, so I got to do a sample, and that's why this video is what it is. Let me let you take a look at the card. I think it came out beautiful. I do need to orient everything over a bit more on this card that we're going to create together, but this is it. I am very, very pleased with this card. I think it's beautiful. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. There it is. It is another Easter card. Here is our gorgeous label for the clear envelope. I'm going to set these like right there, and let's go over what you are going to need. So card base is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And here come the layers. Are we ready? So layer number 1, Fresh Freesia, 4 1/8 by 5 3/16. That's because I wanted ever so much teeny tiny little border. Can you guys see that? That's all I wanted. I didn't want anything more than that on here. So yes, it's that 16ths and 8 stuff, but it's okay. So we have the Fresh Freesia. The white is 3 7/8 by 5 2/8. Layer number 3 is the Cinnamon Cider at 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. Fresh Freesia is the 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. The DSP that will be residing on that is 1 7/8 by 3 1/16. This is where I got on those 8s. I only had, this strip of paper was literally 1 7/8. And I wanted it to go in here, so I had to make that wide border of the Fresh Freesia, and that is how I adjusted for the piece behind. So right here, layer number 6 is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. The Fresh Freesia layer is 2 1/4, 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then the coordinating DSP is 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. That's what all this was about, was using those pieces. So, and then for the inside, we have the same layers as layer number 1. Fresh Freesia is 4 1/8 by 5 3/16. And the white, of course, is 3 7/8 by 5 2/16. Now, I have done some prep work. You see, I have one whole bird fussy cut. He already has some dimension on the top, and we'll put a little bit at the bottom. And so what have I brought in to use? We're using Petal Park, just the stamp set. You could use the flowers and punch them out for Petal Park. I have these on my desk, and I am using those. We are using the Thinking of You this Easter. And from the gorgeous Christmas Cardinal dies, this large branch and the one up here, which you'll see, which is this one. It's this one here. However that goes, like this. I just don't have the stem. Now I'm going to show you what I did with this. So I already have mine ready to glue on right here. This, I just took that large branch die and I stamped it out. Oh my goodness. I die cut it in cinnamon cider. Then I took my cinnamon cider sponge. I did not re-ink it. I'm going to take the spray bottle. I'm going to spritz it once, but I'm going to do it off. Well, let's see. I can do it on camera. It's just going to get stuff. Let me get a paper towel because I'm going to need to wipe it up. Because we're going to do this with the garden green also. So, just, this is like from the dollar store. One little spritz. Now, like I said, did not re-ink this up. And I'm just taking it and I'm dabbing in it. You can see all that ink is coming off of the dauber. Just on the branches, just to give it a little bit of something more texture. So there's that one. Now, here is this leaf. And here is my garden green sponge dauber. Same thing. One little spritz. It's a fine little mister, and I'm going to take it. Look at all the ink that comes off of that. Can you believe all that ink came off of there? Yes, it did. Ooh, that's quite a bit. More than the others. Might have to add a little bit more now. Okay, let's do it again. And these have been sitting in my thing. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot. So dab it a little bit more on the leafy bit. Okay. So that's how I did my leaves. These, of course, are these little flower embellishments. And this is chunky glitter. So specialty glitter that I used glue dots to put in the center. Now we're going to go ahead, since I already have it done. Where is it? Right here. I have one ready to go. My glue bottle, which needs a minute. So let's use the large bottle of Tombow. I'm going to add glue here and glue here. And I'm going to stick that. Yes, I know it doesn't fit exactly, but I like the little bit of cinnamon cider brown around the outside. So next I'm going to bring in some tear tape. Not a whole lot. I want a piece about like that. This larger one can go here on those two flowers. And then this one, I'm going to cut in half. And it's going to be like a glue dot. There's one, except it might be stuck down. It isn't. Pokey tool to the rescue, right? Give them a little rub down. I'm going to lift them up, and then my branch here will be done. And I used scrap for all of this, and I know I need to look at the card real quick. Okay, so we have one over here. We have one here, one on this side. And these were just easier as they were just so handy, and the colors go beautifully with it. So there's my great big branch. This I'm going to put in my little dish. There's my little bird. We're going to set that all in the dish. That's done and ready. So hopefully that helps some of you see what I was using. You might have something similar. Like I said, if you don't, use the punch if you have the Petal Park bundle, use the punch. So make sure it's dry. And we are going to now glue these two pieces of DSP together, and I can use the large one. My glue is now at the tip. I'm going to need that here in a little bit, the small one. So scribble, 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 all of this trouble with the 8ths and 16ths because of this piece of paper, this 1 7/8 strip that I decided to use, and that is what it was all about, but it still is gorgeous. Now, if you do not want to do this 1 7/8 business, go ahead and cut your layers. Cut your Fresh Freesia to 4 by 5 1/4. Cut this 3 3 3/4 by 5, and these, of course, would make this DSP would be 2 by 3 1/4, and this DSP would be 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 if you didn't want to do the 8s. So hopefully that doesn't confuse you. It's just that the 8s are what I had. So now we have just about all our elements in my little dish. We are going to do some stamping. Yes, we are. We are going to make this gorgeous background here to look similar to this using the Petal Park. And what I'm going to be starting with is Soft Seafoam, because if you look at the DSP, let me bring it over here. It's really light and pale with just a little bit of darkness to it. So I haven't even mounted this all the way. I'm just going to be using this part of it. I didn't want to get that great big block out. So there you can see I'm just using this part, and I am going to start down here, go around the outside. Let's say like right there, leave a little room to do a flower. Little room for a flower. Once again, flower, going around the outside, room for a flower, and right here in the center, and we have room for a flower. Now, I don't need to really worry too much about this center, as the 2 pieces of with our DSP are going to be on there. So I'm going to put that up. I don't believe I need any more Soft Seafoam, so let's close that up before a catastrophe happens. So next is the solid image stamp of Petal Park. Now we are just using this flower. The reason being, and it's very similar. Do I even have a piece of the DSP to show you? It's very similar, as it just has those 4 petals. So that's why I chose that one. And that's the only one we're going to use. So ink it up. We're going to do, make sure you get, when you're going around the outsides, make sure you do put some of that stamp to the outside. It makes it look more like DSP. After all, that's what we're mimicking this for. This one, I'm just going to have a touch. Let's just bring that over there. This one, again, just a touch. Ooh, maybe none of that, just barely a touch. We'll put a partial. We're going to stamp one up there. Usually I waited till the second way around. This one's going to be there. And this one right there. So now I'm going to bring in and do a few more solids. Right there. Do another one here. I'm not even sure if these are going to be seen. I know that won't be seen, but we'll do that one there. That one's all done. So I'm going to close up. Ooh, no, we do need those again. Let's closed it up a little too soon. We're going to stamp for the inside of our card base. Well, the inside piece, the white. Those need to stay down. Now, I am not worried about lining this up. You can fuss over that if you want to. Me, I kind of like it when it doesn't line up. That's what I loved about this set. And I'm just going over. Oh my goodness, that one's like almost perfect. Don't know how I did that because I literally am just stamping. Okay, there. Soft colors, that bubble bath really adds to it. Here's this one, just roughly. That one. Then we're going to use the speckly, my little itty bitty backgrounds. I didn't list that because you guys can use any little speckly stamp you want. Okay. So this now is going to get some boho blue because that's the color of the bird. And that is the color of my bird, isn't it? Where's my bird? Yes. All right. So we're going to stamp off 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to stamp a whole bunch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Stamp off 1, 2, and 3, and start at this end. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That one needs a little bit more. I'm going to scoot this over. Stamp off 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to start in the middle. Stamp, stamp, and stamp, and stamp, and stamp. Now there is a little bit down there that we have to get. So 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Voila, it's done. So let's leave that. And this piece now will get married to its counterpart. Like I said, if you don't want to do the 16th business, just go ahead and cut these. Fresh Freesia would 4 by 5 1/4, and the white would be 3 3/4 by 5. But I just needed that tiny bit, so that's why my measurements are in 8s. So before I go any further, I am going to glue this, marry it to the card base that is cinnamon cider, because I think the cinnamon cider, yes, ... looks great with this DSP. And this is gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So let's now work on stamping our inside piece while we got the inks open. Fresh Freesia is unnecessary at the moment. We're going to start with the Soft Seafoam. Now remember, this is not the front. This is just, oh, we got to do the mailer too. So I'm going to put a bit right here. We're going to do flower and flower. That's probably going to be the upper part. This part down here is going to be larger. So these bits are where flowers are meant to be. So we're going to use those as such. So my mailer, I'm putting this in a clear envelope. This one already has my address on it. But let's go ahead and get the stamping done. So I'm going to stamp all the way. Just rotate it a bit. Make sure you leave bits for the flowers. And then up there. And we have bits for flower bits. So we're going to repeat. You get to see me do it several times here. So this is the solid image for the petal park. A bit there. Right up there. A bit here. One up there. And one right there. So that's the solid bits. Now I'm going to come to the inside piece, and I said that there needs to be a flower there and there. And this one, I think we're just going to set it to the side because I like that positioning better. So these two stamps now are all done. I'm going to set them away from me so I don't like drop something onto them. That was in Bubble Bath. I can close Bubble Bath up. And next is Fresh Freesia. And this is the outline image of the Petal Park stamp. So there. Now just working back towards our address label, which was so fun to put all these stamping on it. This is gorgeous, guys. Just gorgeous. This stamp set, Petal Park, is still available. It is in the annual catalog. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Okay, but we're not done. I didn't do this on my sample, but I knew I wanted to. You guessed, we're bringing in the boho blue. I just didn't. Had to go pick up pink. So 1, 2, and 3. And now I just want to come in and stamp 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. Trying to stay away. 3 off. Stay away from my flowers. So that's our mailer. Let's put that in its envelope. Just as pretty as the card that will be sent out, and the inside bit. 1, 2, and 3. And like I said, we're going to stay away from our flower. 1, 2, 3. We can come here. 1, 2, 3. Might as well just carry it all the way around. That's really cool. Sometimes it just is meant to be. Now, we are going to be using those Heartfelt hellos. I did show you. That's part of the reason for this. You could put Enjoy Your Day from the Heartfelt hellos. You could put Happy Mother's Day, would be a lovely Mother's Day card. But as these for me are my Easter cards. So, thinking of you this Easter. That could have been a little higher, but I'm good with it. So now we are all done. You could do Enjoy Your Day on the mailer, but no, we're not. All right, so all of those stamps up and away, the ink blocks away. Now we can put this card together. So that's our mailer. You could have put Enjoy Your Day down there. Did I do that? I did do it. I did it on this one. Look at that. So now you know what it looks like. If you wanted to stamp Enjoy Your Day, that's what it looks like. I did more flowers. So here we go. We're going to glue this one to its counterpart. That X did not want to work. That is going to the center of our card on the inside, of course, if I can open the card up. Dot, 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 dot. An extra dot there at the end, just because it didn't look like it had enough. So that is the inside focal point of our card. Now we're going to work on, I guess we could still use that. Let's bring in my bits and pieces that I have ready. So, like I said, we're going to center these more than the last one. And I do want the birds going the right direction. So, more center of the card. That is really good. Really, really good. So, move this one away. Flip it over. I'm holding my place where I want the edge close to. Dot, dot, dot. If I could pick it up, I'd be good to go. All right. Right to the edge. Rub it down. Now this one. This one is going to go on dimensionals on this half, so it doesn't really need any glue there. I do remember that. I do remember. So let's use some of these side bits. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see what this does for me. I know that this is going to go right about there. So right there, some. Right there, some. Right there. And we need another little section of dimensionals. Nothing in the middle. It's not necessary. These are quite bigger than the normal ones. But like I said, we're not getting it to the edge because it's going to be overlapping to this. And then it would be off. try to get the same amount here that you get there. All of that because I miscut my cardstock. Okay, it's down and it's ready to go. This is our gorgeous branch, which is going to go like that. This part under here is going to get glue. This is going to get, I saved it out of this package, one of these. So I kind of wanted this to be right here. Oh my gosh, that's a perfect piece. So there it is. You won't see that little bit that's showing. So that comes off. And then I'm going to put glue, and since these are larger bits, we are going to do glue here, 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 there, there, right there, and here, I think we'll do it. So like I said, this piece comes down to the corner. And there you have it. It's all got its gluey bits on it, and it's already decorated because we just did this. Now I need a birdie that faces this way. So let's see, that's what I have, huh? Ooh, that one might be the winner. That's the bird. He's the winner. Oh, this is the bird I was going to use, wasn't I? It was going to go that way this time. Oh well, nope. This one I like much better now that I see it. But that other bird is the one I chose there. It's just facing the wrong direction. I want it looking at all the gorgeous branches that we did. So now let's pull out. These are from the Notes of Nature dies. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all those, but I do want them out. All these little bits. I mean, why not use them, right? I can even use that bit if I so choose. So all my little bits are out. That can go there. And now I need a dimensional for the birdie. That almost clipped itself right off. So there's my birdie is going to go right here. The reason why I didn't put anything down here is because I'm going to be tucking stuff up underneath there, and that's how I want it. So here's a full branch. I can tell you that, where's the other branch? This one here is going to go right there. I know this, and I do know this because that's where I put it on the other card. So I am going to just do like so, and it came down to right here. This one's a little higher, but that will do. Hopefully, maybe, yes. Okay. Now this is a full branch. This is, like I said, is going to get tucked right there, and that's why you won't see this bit. So little bits of glue, hopefully they catch wherever I stick them. Lift up my little birdie. Make sure I have a leaf covering my stem. Okay, now I'm just smearing glue. Oh, there it is. That works. So next, looks like we have a bit down here. I don't have that same one, but I have this partial one. Oh, I like that. We're going to cut the stem off and just put glue along there. Lift that up. Really, really, that little birdie works so well. That little bit needs to get tucked in there. And then do I need anything else on there? We could not. Ooh, you know what I can do is take this and color this in cinnamon cider. Let's do that. I don't know if I want the dark or light, but let's go ahead. It's just gonna make it to where I can use it. So let's start with the light. And then once again, if you have any branches of any die, you can do this with. That is really going to work out well. Put a couple layers on it. I won't have to use the dark. And now this is going to make, oh, look at that. Except I don't want, let's see. I might cut this. I am going to cut this. I'm going to add this little bit over here and this one because I just don't want it to hide my flower. I don't want it totally on my flower. So we're going to glue this down and get that tucked up underneath this one. Right down there. Just sitting in the background. And I'm going to glue that petal down all the way. Not the other ones, just one. This piece here, I can glue this one to that one now. Trying to, oh, that looks good, doesn't it? So right there. And some right there. Get to see how my crazy mind works. So we want it to be right below that leaf. Pull up those little petals. Now I'm going to glue that little leaf that's hiding where it's joined. I'm going to glue that one all the way down. Just add a bit of glue to the back and glue it down. Oops. Make sure it's actually glued where you want it. I didn't want that over it. What else do I have that I can add over here? I can add a little bit of that there, which I do like. And that means I need to add a little bit of another one over to this side, maybe. Nope, I'm just, do I want that one or do I want this one there? I'm gonna, yes, I am. I know me. I want it in there. Don't second guess yourself, just do it. Trying to grab it without getting myself glued is never going to happen. All right, so there's that little bit. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue the back of my little birdie down. That's why he didn't need any more dimensionals. He is now glued to the branch, and I still have bits left over that I can use on another project. Thought I could use them all up on this one. So what else does it need? Wink of Stella, of course. That's what it needs. Little bird needs to sparkle and shine. I didn't do. And of course the flower petals, because this makes everything better. That little birdie. And I'm just doing the DSP. I don't want to do anything else. I'm going to go ahead and do, oh, this one is done. It just hadn't hit the light. So 2 cards, just a little bit different placement. That needs to stay down. Let's see, this needs a little bit of glue, like right below this one. So that it doesn't need glue on every single one, just a little bit so it doesn't. I like that one, how it's kind of like lifted up a little bit. So that's really good. So that's my card. I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you do, as always, I am so interested in what you think. Your guys' comments are what keep me going for this. Without them, I know I wouldn't still be doing this because I think nobody would be interested. So this is the one we made. This is my sample. They're both gorgeous, gorgeous cards. Gorgeous label making, and on the inside it's just as lovely. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am so grateful to each and every one of you, especially for your comments, your likes, your thumbs up, for sharing my channel. It is growing. However, I will say that I am still like it now. 52% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and I don't know why. I wish you would subscribe. It would help me out so much, and it would let me know that of who I'm reaching. But if you don't want to subscribe, I understand. Thank you for watching, and please, as always, come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now.